Big C's, small C's, big 7-Elevens, small 7-Elevens, everything that you... Mini Big C's. That is terrifying. Look at that. A huge percentage of the river is just jammed full of plastic.
There's no 7-Eleven or restaurant or anything around, so we would run into some issues of stocking up on water and food.
Looks like someone used to live here on the side of this river.
Okay.
Just sitting there with a crossbow, just waiting for the fish, and as soon as there's some movement, boom! Have a look at this, guys. This is the current situation right now.
Yes, we will encounter lots and lots of dogs that don't want us near.
Pretty dry and dusty, and that's a pain in the ass.
Good morning. This is day 2 of cycling from Bangkok to Shanghai. We woke up this morning in Rzts, and let me tell you something. We slept like babies last night. I feel like we just kind of passed out at around...
Like a rock.
Yeah, just like a rock. We passed out at around 10 p.m. and just woke up this morning at 7. Now our getting ready process this morning is a little bit slower than we wanted to. It's already 9:15 now. We wanted to be on the road for 45 minutes, but yeah, we just kind of had a little bit of a lay-in just to feel out our bodies and see how we're feeling. And surprisingly, our bottoms are not as sore.
Legs are fine.
Legs are fine.
Energy levels are a little bit on the low side, but yeah. I think we just had ourselves a quick breakfast, just like a protein shake and something simple from 7-Eleven that we got yesterday.
We're now kind of just packing the rest of our things here together, and then we're gonna get going. We also have a few takeaways from yesterday's video, by the way, just like a little bit of a learning curve in case you guys are interested. Luke has been editing the video last night, and we realized some of our audio tracks don't have any audio. So like you can see that we're cycling, but there's just like 0 audio. So the microphones did not work all the way. We kind of lost just about like 10 to 15 minutes worth of video there. So today we're going to try and cycle without microphones. And the angles of our cameras were a little bit odd here and there. We're going to try and fix that today as well, but it's all a learning curve. Today we are going to cycle 34 kilometers. Monday morning, 9 a.m. Yeah, that's kind of the rush hour that we thought we could avoid. I assume as well that the streets are a little bit busy here, because it's kind of the street that leads to Bangkok.
Wow, very interesting start to today for sure. Beautiful. All right, the legs are feeling pretty fresh, but the sun is out and it's beating down already. Current views, it's basically nothing but straight roads. I have a feeling today is going to be a bit of a challenge. What do you got? Naomi's bike seems to be having a little bit of an issue again. The squeaky wheel syndrome is keeping up with her.
The saddle is okay now. Something is squeaking, and I already put some oil, like some lubricant on some parts this morning, but it's still squeaking and I cannot figure out what it is for the life of me.
No idea. I'll tell you what, we're happy to be outside of Bangkok, but the traffic is still crazy here. Like, we are very much outside the central part of the city of Bangkok. We're definitely way out here on the outskirts of the city. We're actually way past where Bangkok ends. There's still tons of traffic. Streets are still pretty crazy. We're still dodging cars like the plague.
I now oiled the little rotation devices from the pedals on the inside, so maybe that's what it is. I just can't figure it out, and it's really annoying me.
It is annoying. And by the way, our legs, both of our legs, are feeling worse than we thought they would. They're feeling pretty heavy, so I'm hoping today will be all right. We're literally at the very start. We're only like around 4.7k in, so we have another roughly 30 kilometers to go. We'll be all right though.
I just gave my phone to Luke so that Luke could navigate and also make the pace, because yesterday was a long day of navigating, and I kind of feel like today I just want to follow. I think it's something that, like, if you're with two people, one person should navigate. I have officially fixed my squeakiness. It did have something to do with the pedals. That's cool. Finally managed to repair that.
Doing challenges like this, it's not only physically challenging, it's also mentally challenging. It weighs you down. I'm sure there's going to be days where we wish we did not have bicycles, we wish we had motorcycles, and we wish that we were sitting in the back of a taxi or something like that. We're going to keep going though. We will not fail.
Hello friend, hi! Are you a cutie patootie? Hi! Do you want me to go in and get sausages for you or something? You hungry?
Yeah. Go get some sausages.
Yeah.
What did you get?
So, made a pit stop. I tried to get some like energy bars, because we're actually burning through a lot of energy at the moment. But the best I could find was like some Nutella stuff. So it's really low quality energy, but I'm gonna just basically ram it in my face and hopefully it helps us out. I think I'm gonna go in and get some sausages for this dog as well.
Go get some sausages.
You don't like sausages? Are you Muslim? They're halal. They're halal sausages. Really? Oh.
I just was thinking, like, okay, we could eat the rest of the sausages, but if the dog is rejecting those sausages, they can be good, no?
The dog literally sniffed the sausages and was like, nope, I'm good. I'm gonna go over here to this disgusting building site. What? He's literally going over and now going to drink some water from like a sewage pipe that's running into a construction site. What a disrespectful dog.
What is it?
It's just a really bad chocolate wafer.
We're gonna have to beep everything.
Oh.
Can I try?
All I know is that it's energy, but the chocolate quality is like negative a million.
I don't
It's not
like
great.
it.
No.
Back on the road now. And I kind of, oh, my squeakiness is back. I don't understand it anymore. Anyway, we're back on the road.
Sari ka.
Watermelon.
How?
Chai ka. Yes. Just one.
แล้วอะไรคะ
20. Just one chai ka.
หนูมีข้าวเหนียวมูนด้วยนะ
Oh, my chai. It's okay. I think she asked the question.
ชมพู่ก็มีนะคะ
What's that?
We got the watermelon part. It's this one.
20 บาท
Okay. ขอบคุณนะคะ Thank you. Oh, that.
ไหนคะเนี่ย ไปเที่ยวไหนคะ
Where are you going?
Oh,
Okay, bye bye. I'm so happy to have watermelon. I wasn't really the biggest fan of that chocolate bar, so I didn't eat that, and I decided to just opt in for some fructose, so natural sugar, watermelon for 20 baht, so like 50 cents in euro.
It looks really good.
Super cold.
Super cold, yeah. She had it sitting in the fridge. So one of the great things about doing this trip so far is all along the side of the road you have these fruit vendors. So you've got fruit vendors, 7-Elevens, big C's, small C's, big 7-Elevens, small 7-Elevens, everything mini big C's. You've got everything you can think of. You even have like these roadside stores that are mostly run by lovely Thai families and stuff like that as well. And these are actually the places where you're going to save the most amount of money. And the fruit as well is incredibly affordable. What was that, 20 baht?
20 baht,
20
yeah.
baht
I'm super
for...
happy with this. It's very juicy and like kind of refreshing and nice, so yeah. I'm happy. There's even a wash salon there and just behind this place.
Another thing, where we are not going to have any issues at all with doing our laundry here along the road in Thailand. I don't know if it's going to be the same in the next couple countries.
Probably not.
Probably not. We'll have to see how it goes. We were worried that we're going to have to like wash everything by hand, but quite literally every couple 100 meters so far here in Thailand there's been wash expresses and places to wash clothes. It's a very convenient place to do a cycling trip.
This entire experience so far, I mean it's been 2 days, but it's
been 2 days, yeah. We're going to be speaking very early.
It's so much smoother than I had anticipated. It's like really nice, and all of the things that I was worried about are kind of covered, so yeah. I don't know, so far I'm not really worried anymore.
So far so good.
Luke all of a sudden seems to be having a turbo gear in or something. He's really going fast. I feel like I have to catch up with him. Maybe his legs aren't as tired anymore because of the chocolate wafer bars or something. 10 kilometers down. We're cycling extraordinarily slow today. But yeah, the streets, I feel like the streets are getting a little bit calmer, which is great. Starting to be a very enjoyable day. It's nice and sunny, blue skies, so, and it's also not too hot yet. I'm sure that will change with the midday heat.
Even though we're outside Bangkok now, this thing on my face is coming in handy. The road is getting pretty dry and dusty, and that's a pain in the ass, because every now and then you'll get big clumps of dust being kicked up towards your mouth and eyes. So it's great to have the sunglasses and this neck gaiter as well. So every now and then a truck will just fly past and it will just kick up all the dirt. It's not a very pleasant experience, especially as it gets more and more dry. Once we left Bangkok, I thought that I wouldn't need it anymore because there's a lot less pollution out here in terms of air. But trust me, you need one of these.
All that is left along the road seems to be like aunties and uncles that are selling, you know, teas or drinks, or some of them make like proper rice dishes and whatnot. But other than that, there's not much left. Holy Jesus. Oh my God, that was so scary. We've been having some issues in this house with some dogs that are very territorial around the property that they're protecting, of course. And I was kind of hoping that we won't have these types of issues going through Isan, but I think, yes, we will encounter lots and lots of dogs that don't want us near. We're both dog people, so we're not necessarily scared of dogs, but it's also not the best kind of feeling when they're trying to chase you away. Some of them even look like they're gonna like bite your ankle basically, so I hope that's not gonna happen.
How happy was he?
He was so cute. My
We
God.
decided to stop here, make a little pit stop, get some shade.
Have watermelon.
Look at that sky. Completely blue, Sun is just beating down on top of us. And we just reached 50% for today, so we're halfway there now, living on a prayer, in the words of Bon Jovi. Have a look at this. Now I've no idea what klong this is or what it's even called, but there's a lot of fishing going on here the whole entire time that we've been cycling along this river. It's called Klong Sam. Klong Sam. The whole entire time that we've been cycling along here, we've been seeing people with fishing rods, and they literally will set up like 3, 4, 5 fishing rods into like this steel sort of holder, and then we'll just cast them into the river. So I guess you're increasing your chances of catching something by doing that. But wow, it's nice to get a little bit of shade and to rest the legs as well. My ass, by the way, is really starting to feel it. Yesterday it was totally fine. Today I'm feeling it, and I'm pretty sure every day that goes by it's gonna get a little bit worse. And there's birds.
I was just wondering what that was.
Everywhere in these trees. I really want to check out. There's some really interesting bridges that connect the main road into these little klong communities as well, and I'd love to check out those bridges too. Look at this thing. Interesting bridge setup. Brings you straight out here into the middle of the klong. I love this. We've been seeing these little bridges the whole entire time that we've been cycling. These bridges just connect random communities on the side of the road to the main part of the road. Really cool. Whew. Look at that for a view. Absolutely gorgeous. Now the unfortunate reality of a lot of this area of Thailand is there's quite a lot of garbage. Cycled past a couple places now where there's been quite literally mountains of garbage, and along the side of the road it's quite trashy as well, but it is what it is. I don't think that the trash management system here is very effective because of how spread out a lot of the area is. And I think for the most part a lot of the garbage here will probably end up being set on fire or something like that. It's usually what happens in a lot of countries. A lot of more rural parts of countries in Asia and also in Europe and even in like the rural US. You'll just sort of get people that will just they'll collect the garbage, clump it together, and then basically set it on fire, as you can see here by the burnt bush. That's probably where quite a significant amount of garbage was just burnt up along with the actual bush itself, to probably remove some of that bush for, I think this area here is being used for some farming, which a lot of rural Thailand is obviously being used for some farming. It's just a reality, unfortunately. We saw it in Sri Lanka. We saw it pretty much everywhere along our travels.
This now is kind of what I had imagined the majority of our experience to be like, just kind of rural type of areas with quite little traffic. Still not super duper far away from Bangkok, so there's still a little bit of traffic here and there, but very relaxed. And the temple here just ahead, wow, so stunning. Oh my god, starting to be a little bit out of breath here. It's getting warmer and warmer. We're approaching midday heat, so it's just kind of 20 past 11 now. Oh, and it was anticipated. If we would have started cycling an hour earlier, my god, we would already be there now and it would be fine.
There's really absolutely nothing. In a lot of these areas here, it's just overgrown nature and ponds along here, and then you'll just have random stretches of land that looks like it's being used for farming. A lot of these houses as well are actually completely abandoned. Some of them are being lived in and some of them are being used as like pit stops in restaurants, but for the most part it's a whole lot of nothing. Legs are feeling it now. We have like just under 10 kilometers to go. We keep running into dogs, by the way. I don't know if you can hear that in the back, but we keep running into these nasty dogs. Oh, someone has a fire going here. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Oh, that's horrible. We're just burning some garbage and random bush. It smells horrible, it just smells toxic. Yeah, the legs are feeling it now. Less than 10k to go. I'm so excited to get some lunch. I wouldn't mind like a hefty pad krap hao or something like that right now. Something that's really fatty, full of MSG, and it's probably gonna stop my heart with the cholesterol. This has been our view now for like a solid hour and a half. Whew. That is terrifying. Barely any space here at the side of the road. Oh, this is not enjoyable whatsoever right now. Wow, just have a look at where we are right now. Green on both sides, and then a road cutting through the center. There's absolutely nothing around here, and we're getting closer and closer to our accommodation, which doesn't speak very well for what's going to be around us. We are going to be quite literally sleeping in the middle of nowhere, and we're going to have to figure out some way of getting some food. I'm hoping there's going to be at least some random person selling some food close to where we're staying. As of right now, we are very, very rural. Whew. And it's hot, very, very hot.
If it's somewhere like this on the left, then there's no 7-Eleven or restaurant or anything around, so we would run into some issues of stocking up on water and food. So yeah, let's just cross our fingers and toes and pray that it's not going to be super duper rural.
Well, the road has gotten significantly narrower, quieter, and a lot cooler looking. Swaddy Cobb, hello. He looked like he had never seen a Farang in his life, a white person in his life. He looked at me like he wanted to just throw me in the river. This road as well is pretty bumpy. Look at those houses. Crazy. Whoop. These dogs are absolutely crazy. Oh. Every single house has their own little yapper mental dog in these parts of Thailand. I understand why, especially if they're protecting things like livestock or whatever, but the fact that they randomly just jump out and start trying to attack randomers on bicycles, oh, it's not fun. It's gonna be probably one of our biggest headaches during this trip now, until we get out of Thailand. There's a guy in a boat there in the river. Wow, we are really going deep into, I can't even describe.
Sadika. Oh, let's cycle over this bridge. Trying to reduce the gear beforehand, but I think it needs to be even lower so that I don't have to get up from the saddle. Oh, I can already see the next dog there on the left. I hope he's a friendly fella. He looks friendly though, he doesn't look too interested. Yeah, he's alright. And the next one here on the right, who's also alright. That's the problem, you never know which dog has a problem with a bicycle. From far away they all look nice.
Look at that. A huge percentage of the river is just jammed full of plastic. Oh, that's really sad. This area is... Look at the size of that duck. Wow.
I think we are going to be okay. We're just under a kilometer away now from our destination, and we can see like a little bit of a village sort of ahead. I assume there will be some shops and stuff like that around. We're currently changing from Maps.me to Google Maps just to be 100% sure about the location of the business, because I kind of worked it in with coordinates and we just want to be 100% sure. Sometimes Google Maps can be a little bit more accurate with the actual location of the businesses. That's why we're changing. And yeah, just under a kilometer and then we'll be there. You're standing in a banana tree. Alright, I think we got to where our accommodation should be. Kind of took a wrong turn there before. I think it should be this one here. We made it. I'm looking forward to getting out of the sun. Sadika! Hello! Yeah, this is it. I think so. Booking.com?
20 okay 21 on-site resort check in check out okay
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Right. We made it. This is our accommodation now for today. Check it out. It's actually a very beautiful property. Just kind of chilling here in the middle of a big wide open field with some really tall grass there. Crazy. This is it. We're room number 6, just here at the end of this property itself, and once again we have like this big space where we could, if we had a car, we could park our car, but we can park our bikes, which is fantastic. We gotta take the shoes off before we go in. Show you guys the room. We have an AC as well, as you can see by the unit here. Yeah, thankfully we're gonna need that for sure. But welcome to room 6.
Room number 6.
Nice big clean double bed, very nice. And then TV. We've got a fridge. Oh, we've got a kettle. That is a big thing for us.
We make our own coffee.
Can make our own coffee. Yeah, it's actually clean as well. 2 packs of instant coffee, bottles of water. They even gave us some stuff to shower with. They have the Wi-Fi password right here on the wall. So it's called Sub or Sub Resort. That seems to be the English name. Bathroom, super simple. What more could you ask for? It's perfect.
So happy about this.
Yeah, perfect.
Very hungry now though.
Very hungry. So the
Feel empty.
next thing on our agenda is definitely getting some food. Cycling. We just did 34.1 kilometers today, which is 7 kilometers more than what we did yesterday, and we did it in a quicker time as
40
well.
minutes faster.
40 minutes faster than
yesterday.
So that's a big win. Now we have to unpack our bikes, and then we're gonna go grab a lot of food. There seems to be a lot of local restaurants around here. There's no 7-Elevens, and there's very few supermarkets or anything, but hopefully you can stumble across somewhere to buy water.
There is a lot of dogs though.
A lot of dogs. Have a look at this, guys. We just literally left our resort to go for a walk and get some lunch. Looks like someone used to live here on the side of this river. And where we are right now, by the way, this is Factory Land Village. So it is really just like a random commune somewhere in Thailand, somewhere between Bangkok and another city. The next large city that is from or closest to here is called Saraburi, and that's where we're going to be heading to in the next episode after this one. So we might be seeing a little bit more life in the next episode, we'll see. But for now, this is actually very, very nice. It's a nice change of pace from Bangkok, and I am so excited to get a gigantic amount of food in our bellies.
Yes, and we can see kind of walking along the river here, we can see on the other side there's lots of little kind of restaurants that look like they're built on stilts onto the river. We're kind of hoping to go to one of those restaurants. Go to one of those restaurants, get the biggest lunch, and also we're kind of running low on cash, so maybe we can find an ATM on the way. We're not sure, but I think we will find one, hopefully, if this community is large enough.
There's a guy really silently sitting on the edge of the river with a crossbow, just looking at the water.
We're walking past really not silently.
Yeah. Just sitting there with a crossbow, just waiting for the fish. And as soon as there's some movement, boom! Oh! Shoot the fish with his crossbow.
Boom your sunglasses
I boomed
off your
my
head.
sunglasses off. This is a mad place. Yeah, there's another guy up here just standing there casually with a crossbow. He has it's a homemade crossbows that these guys are just standing on the side of the river with. I've never seen that before in my life. He's actually getting on his scooter now and he's gonna ride off with his crossbow. That is crazy. I thought, like, we saw people with fishing rods, but not with crossbows, just casually like shooting fish.
But do you think that they are actually shooting fish, or are they shooting something else, like maybe some birds? Or
they're either shooting cranes, which I doubt it, because crane is like not really that good, or he's silently loading his crossbow right now. He looks like he just saw something. I think what they're using the crossbows for is they're using them for big catfish. If they see any movement at all, he's just gonna blast it.
I don't want to like disturb his...
Don't want to disturb his catch. I would love to try and use it.
Me too.
And see if I could catch a fish. Look at him, just standing there. He's just patiently waiting for something to move. It is hot. I can't imagine just standing here on the side of the river for hours at a time with a big heavy crossbow that you just made, and you're using it to spear fish.
But at the same time, if you get a really large catfish out of the water here, you feed your entire family for the day.
Yep.
Very fatty meat as well, so it will be very nutritious.
From here you can get a real look at the proper old Thai river houses here.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see. These are very old, a lot older than we are, that's for sure. And just off there in the distance there's quite literally just fields of nothing. Some of these stilt houses as well, they look like they're abandoned, but trust me, they're not. There's vehicles inside this one here. This one is like a very like rusted. All of the right side of it is literally rusting away, but there's vehicles in there.
Sorry, I know the camera didn't pick up, that's why I didn't say anything, but a 3-meter long snake just went into the water.
Really?
Under that house, yeah.
Oh.
It was yellow and black. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Okay. Welcome. Tokum Kab. Said this. Can I have 2 of your most popular noodle dishes?
Okay.
Yeah. Have a look at this, guys. This is the current situation right now. We found a random noodle shop that's like literally just sitting on the Klong. It's actually quite beautiful. Although the Klong is definitely not the cleanest. Doesn't exactly smell amazing. But the noodles smell good. And we're just across from that house that literally sunk into the river there.
Hopefully great success.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if we end up with some food. I just basically typed out on Google Translate, give us 2 of your most popular noodle dishes, because I think that this is a noodle specific place. There is absolutely 0 English being spoken here, and that is obvious. We're not expecting that at all. So we have to rely on Google Translate just to survive here at the moment.
The lady behind you she kept throwing the rest that was left by the customers just into the river.
Into the river?
Yeah. So I assume there's probably lots of really fat catfish sitting around here just waiting for a portion of noodles or something. We got the 2 most popular noodle dishes from the looks of it. We got 2 of the same, and it just kind of looks like red pork noodles with some meatballs here on the side, and there's also a very nice looking mushroom sort of in the middle. I assume it's probably going to be quite hot, and I saw a lot of the people that are eating here, they're sort of making the soup of the noodles, like the broth, to their own taste, basically with chili and sugar, peanuts and so on. But I think we're gonna just try and taste the food without
Oh,
making any adjustments first.
Look at that. So nice
It's a huge
steaming pot, yeah. Big portion of I think it's egg noodles. That's what they look like anyways. Wow. I'm gonna go in with some red pork right now. And it looked like there's a good dose of white pepper over the noodles too. So I'm sure that the flavor of this is gonna be unbelievable. That's serious. The red pork is really juicy and tender. The broth is really flavorful too. Very strong broth, like a mushroom umami type of a taste to the broth. I don't need to add anything to this.
Is it spicy?
It's not spicy at all.
Oh.
You can obviously add spice to it if we want, but to be honest, after my tom yum fried rice, if you guys saw that in the last episode, I had that yesterday for lunch, and that literally blew the face off me. So I'm very happy to just have like a little bit of a more plain soup experience right now. This meatball is, I'm gonna go in and give it a go. The red pork is amazing. Meatball is delicious. I'm gonna absolutely devour this.
Every time people are walking around, the entire thing here is moving because we're sitting on wooden floorboards. So every time somebody moves, I'm like, oh my god, we're gonna just fall into the river. Okay. Let's give this a nice try. Something is bothering the dogs, they're all barking in the back. Kind of wondering if a large monitor lizard came out or the snake, yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a proper bowl of noodles.
Really nice red pork. Noodles are super good as well. So are the meatballs. Not squishy at all.
Yep.
Just the right amount of stickiness. This is very nice. Super happy with this. I'm kind of wondering what we're gonna pay.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
It's a very large bowl.
It's a hefty portion.
Big portion, yeah.
But where we are, it seems to be very rural and very cost friendly. So we're definitely not going to be paying Bangkok noodle prices.
No, I didn't think that they were gonna charge us too much. I thought they're probably gonna charge us too little.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I said no.
This is really good. Right, you can tell that we're long removed from the city of Bangkok. We just paid 140 baht for those two gigantic head-sized bowls of noodles.
And 2 waters.
And 2 waters.
Yes.
Crazy value.
It was just under €4 for all of that. It's absolutely insane. Like,
Nuts.
unbeatable.